Hello Primary 4, I'm Miss Fatma Abdul Hafiz. Let us continue lesson 1 in unit 2, which is stars and planets. Okay, remember with me Primary 4, in the last session we talked about stars, right? Okay, what's meant by stars? And I told you that what's meant by stars. Can you tell me what's meant by stars? Stars, excellent. They are shining bodies or light bodies with different shapes in the space. With different shapes in the space. Excellent. Now we will talk about planets. But at first, we will define what's meant by planets, or we will define the meaning of planets. Planets, they are dark bodies. They are dark bodies. Dark bodies means they aren't shiny. They aren't lighting bodies. They are dark. So, planets, they are dark bodies, revolve around the sun, moves around the sun in fixed orbits. In fixed orbits. Yes, this line primary 4 is called fixed orbit. This line that the planet revolves or moves in it is called fixed orbit. It's called fixed orbit. So again, what's meant by planets? They are dark bodies. Dark means that they aren't shiny. Dark bodies revolve around the sun. Revolve. Yes, moves around the sun in fixed orbit. In fixed orbit. Excellent. In fixed orbit. How many numbers of planets? We know it. We know. Yes, there are 8 planets. There are 8 planets. Okay, now I will tell you the names of these planets. The planets are arranged from the nearest to the farthest from the sun. I will tell you the names of planets, but from the nearest planet to the farthest planet from the sun. Okay, the nearest planet is called Mercury. It's called Mercury. Mercury. After Mercury, Venus. Venus. After Venus, Earth. Earth. After Earth, Mars. Mars. After Mars, Jupiter. Jupiter. After Jupiter, Saturn. Saturn. After Saturn, Uranus. Uranus. After Uranus, Neptune. Neptune. Excellent. So we have 8 planets. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Yes, they are the 8 planets. Again, Yes, repeat after me. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Okay. What about the first planet? First planet is called Mercury, and it is the nearest planet to the sun. The nearest planet to the sun, and also it is the smallest planet. Okay. What about Venus? Venus is known as the most beautiful planet. Venus is known as the most beautiful planet. If I ask you, what is the most beautiful planet? What is the most beautiful planet? Excellent, Venus. Earth. Earth, it is the third planet farther from the sun. It is the third planet. Yes, Earth, it is the third planet. Okay, the planet where we live, and Earth, it is the planet where we live. And the Earth is called water planet. The Earth is called the water planet. Why? Because water occupies most of the planet. Water occupies most of the planet. The Earth, it contains a lot of water, or water occupies most of the planet. So Earth is called water planet. So Earth is called water planet. What about Mars? Mars is called or known as the red planet. Mars known as red planet. Why? Because Mars, it contains a lot of rocks. Mars, it contains, yes, it is the Mars from inside. Mars, it contains a lot of rocks. And these rocks, it has red color because it contains iron metal. Do you know iron? Yes, iron has red color. Iron has red color. And these rocks, it contains iron. So the planet or the Mars planet has red color. Has red color because it contains a lot of rocks, and these rocks contains iron which has red color, has red color. So again, Mars known as the red planet, known as the red planet. What about Jupiter? Jupiter, it is the biggest planet. It is the biggest planet. Jupiter, it is the biggest planet. It is the biggest planet and is known giant planet. A giant planet, a giant, is very big. So Jupiter, it is the biggest planet. If I ask you, what is the biggest planet? You will tell me Jupiter. Excellent. Okay. What about Saturn? Saturn, it is the sixth planet, yes, and it is or a big number of colored rings rotate around it. Yes, Saturn is a special planet. It's a special planet. Why? Because it contains big number of colored rings. Yes, it is the colored rings. Big number of colored rings rotate around it. Rotate around it. So Saturn is a special planet because it contains or it has big number of colored rings rotate around it. Rotate around it. What about Uranus? Uranus, it is the cold planet. Uranus, it is the cold planet. Cold planet. Excellent. Neptune, the last planet. Neptune, it is the farthest planet from the sun and known as blue planet. Neptune is known as blue planet. Is known as blue planet. And it is the farthest planet from the sun. It is the farthest planet from the sun. Okay. Now, primary 4, we will talk about moons. We will talk about moons. I will tell you that moons are followers to the planet. It is the planet, okay, and it is moon. Moons are followers to the planet. Means if the planet move, if the planets move, the moon will move. Okay, if the planet stop, the moon will stop. So moons follow planets. Moons follow planets. So moons are called followers to the planets. Moons are called what? Followers to the planet. They are followers to the planet. They are revolve around planets. They are revolve around planets. They are revolving around some planets. Okay, and they are followers. What are the followers of the planet? What are the followers of the planets? Excellent, moons. Now we will talk about the meaning or the definition of the moon. What is the definition of the moon? The moon is a dark body revolves around the earth. What? The moon is dark? No, miss, the moon is shiny. Okay, primary 4, it is wrong sentence. The moon isn't shiny. The moon is dark body. But we see the moon as shiny body. But moon, it seems shiny. Why? Because moon is look like the mirror. Do you know the mirror? If you put the mirror in front of light, the mirror will reflect the sunlight or will reflect the light. Will reflect the light. Yes, so the mirror will reflect the light. So you will see the mirror as shiny, but mirror isn't shiny, right, primary 4? Mirror isn't shiny, but just mirror reflects or returning back the light. Reflects means returning back. Reflects, primary 4, reflects means returning back. So if you put the mirror in front of light, the mirror will returns the light back, will return the light back in your eyes. So you will see the mirror as shiny, but the mirror isn't shiny. The mirror is dark. The mirror is dark. Okay? Yes, so mirror is look like moon. Mirror is look like moon. Moon isn't shiny, but it seems shiny. Why? Because moon reflects the light of the sun. Moon reflects the light of the sun. such as mirror. Moon reflects the light or returning back the light of the sun. Moons or moon, it returns back the sun of light. So you will see the moon as shiny body. Again, why? Because it reflects the light that comes from the sun. Thus it seems shiny. Thus it seems shiny. Okay? It is the sun, and there are 8 planets revolve around the sun, and there are some moons revolves around some planets, and there are moons revolve around the some planets, revolve around the some planets. Okay, thank you, Primary 4, for listening.